Finish your sentence.
Now
Father.
live.
Welcome, everybody. This is the Great GOTY Hunt. We are playing Control. I'm Kyle Hilliard, Suriel Vazquez.
That's me.
Jeff Marchiafava.
Hello.
Hanson's coming out from behind the desk. No, he's not. He's throwing his hands behind his head and saying, I could not get used to this. I don't like this
I will
at
never
all.
get used to this. Hold on.
The cell.
Okay.
Seems to be working.
Poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster.
Sound.
Me, I imagined it.
You have it?
They can hear audio, they say.
Oh my god. All right, everybody.
Control
Some
from
fun
Remedy
time
Games.
setting this stuff up. It might be a little on the chug side, but let us know if it's okay. It should be all right. This is the beginning of Control. We don't want to spoil anything for all the lovely folks in the chat. A little bit of stuttering at first. I noticed that. Can't have stuttering during opening credits, though. This is the final Great GOTY Hunt.
He said, daring the game to do so.
This is like a David Fincher opening right here. Look at this.
Whew. But this is the final Great GOTY Hunt for 2019.
Yeah.
And we'll be taking a little bit of a break until I believe it is January 9th.
Okay.
Hang on. So, I'm sorry, January 7th will be the next Great GOTY Hunt.
And we'll be starting. Will any games will have come out at that
There's
point?
always those freak games on Steam, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Hang on. It's in full 3D for me somehow. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm actually living in this game too. Or at least it feels like it because this weekend...
Don't spoil things.
This weekend I blasted through this entire game.
I lose you
And
there
so my
for a
brain
moment?
is fried in multiple ways.
Mush.
Kyle, this is one of your favorite games of the year, correct?
Yeah, this will be on my personal top 10. It'll probably be pretty high up there too.
Pretty high up, he says.
Yeah.
Took him.
I like this
interesting.
game, but this game you can fly and shoot, and it's just fun to blow stuff up.
That's true. That's a pretty good point.
And it works really well. Look, this game's weird,
This game
man.
does not mess around.
Sick stunt.
The oldest house.
You want me to pick
He's
it up?
probably
A
fine.
murder weapon?
He's
Really?
probably okay.
I can hear him snoring.
Does this help you, sir? Does this help you? Yeah, there's so many little things I like about this game. This gun that we're about to pick up.
Eyeballs.
It's
Houses.
it's one gun that transforms, and I just like the sort of specificity of that. I would rather have that than a bunch of guns that I can pick up all over the place and throw down all the time. Like, you don't worry about ammo, really. And you
The
can
reloading
switch the
drives me
modes.
nuts.
Objects
Because
Really?
you can't hit like X to like reload. You just have to like wait for it to auto reload, which I like not having ammo, but at the same time,
Wait, that's not true. You can reload.
what are you talking about?
You can totally reload.
You can reload, but you have to wait for
Did
it.
Hanson play the entire game wrong? Hanson beat the game,
What's the
correct?
reload button?
It's there. I mean, it exists. I think you have to be zoomed in, maybe. I think if you're
that
looking
really
down
it?
the sights, I think, yeah. Or not looking down the
Wow.
sights. I will say, it took me a little while to find it because it's not the normal system.
I thought it was a cool. I also remember it being more of a cooldown, but maybe
It is a
didn't.
cooldown, yeah, but I thought
Maybe
you couldn't
I'm wrong.
reload until it hits the bottom, and then it'll slowly build up again.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Your favorite game, you don't know if you can reload.
Well, I
Look
played
at
it when
this.
it came out.
La-di-da, Kyle.
Wow.
What am I looking at?
Wow.
He just said that to be just for fun.
Look, it's also kind of a platformer,
Yeah,
which is fun
And
for
that's
me.
good?
Those are
Yeah.
and those are the bad parts, I think.
I mean, there's not
Some of
too
those-
much
Oh,
of
no.
that.
look at the glitches, Kyle.
Is that a glitch? Oh, I'm learning how to melee.
Yeah. I like the astral plane here. Also, it's really weird playing this the same time as Astral Chain because they both have
sure.
like the
Astral
same
Plane.
look. It's like the red geometric take on the astral plane. So that leads me to believe that that is actually what the astral plane looks like,
Yeah.
right?
I've been to the astral plane off the coast of Maine, and it's like it's just like this.
Is that
it's
right?
very nice.
So it's interesting, Cheryl. You actively did not like the platformy stuff.
Reload,
Especially
reload.
during bosses and stuff. Whenever like
Oh,
positioning
he
was
just
a
reloaded.
big deal.
What are you hitting
Look,
to
show
reload?
him again.
It's just X.
But X is
Unless-
it does other things.
No, you just wait, like, because it takes a little while. Like, it reloads automatically, but it takes a little while, doesn't it?
Well, I thought you had to drain down to the bottom.
Okay, fire a few shots.
And don't press the button.
So I'm not.
Okay.
It just does it automatically.
just reloads.
You do
It
reload
reloads
automatically.
itself.
Maybe
Yeah, I know
I'm
it
wrong.
reloads automatically. Okay. The point is, I was a little frustrated
You didn't
by how
like that
slow it was at
element of the
times.
game, yeah.
I mean, I like the idea of not collecting ammo, but I just felt like I just want to reload at times and not wait for this.
Well, that's when
slow
you switch to
automated
your
thing.
powers.
Yes, got it. Oh, I got it now.
Yeah, I don't want to worry about ammo. I don't want to worry about picking up guns. I just like that it lets you focus on the shooting, and the shooting is good. I love the way the shooting feels.
I think the action overall is super fun, like especially towards the end.
Your tool set is good. I like it a lot.
Yes, when you're like hovering around and slamming people around, like that stuff can be really fun.
It's also like it's fun that like the way the health system works, like you have to run up to basically where you killed your enemies to collect health.
Right.
And it just keeps you moving constantly. It encourages you to like get into the thick of it, and like there's taking cover is not going to help you win in Control, which I really like.
Right. In fact, like, yeah, I mean, I probably should have taken cover more often, but it's one of those things where I kept forgetting that it was even an option because it just doesn't really feel like that type of game at all.
Yeah.
And maybe some of the enemies you're going up against, like later on, it just doesn't quite compute, but story is obviously the name of the game here for Control, or at least I would say beyond story, just world and mystery.
Atmosphere.
Right? Atmosphere.
Tone,
Great
setting.
way to put it. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
One of the reasons this game appeals to me in particular is because a lot of the times it feels like you're exploring
You hear that?
a 3D version of like the last hour or so of Inside, because it just kind of has a similar sort of aesthetic to it, you know?
Sure.
Like it feels like the same laboratory that's featured in Inside,
That's
just the way
interesting.
the architecture is and stuff like that. And I guess
The
I just
brutalist architecture.
the brutalist
You know what?
architecture.
I'm happy.
Did you remember that from the podcast?
Happy to be here.
I think towards the end of this game, I think this game contains some of my favorite environments or like locales I've ever maneuvered through in any video game ever.
Is that live
Yeah.
action going on there?
Yeah, there's a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit of that.
they love their live
Oh,
action.
boy.
It's very fun.
Can't let this happen.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We had a couple technical hiccups in the start, but if you're watching the archive, this is smooth as peanut butter.
That's right.
So thank you so much for tuning in.
And not the chunky kind.
Ain't no chunks here,
Good guy.
unless it's a little bit chunky in the stream, and we'll work on that in the future. OBS is fun in the MinnMax studio. Ooh,
Get
oh
away from
boy.
me.
Do you like Jessie?
Yeah, I like her performance.
Do you think she's dynamite?
Dynamite
What?
Jesse.
Are those guys made of powder?
I'm sploding them. It's like from the Batman movie.
Yeah.
You
Don't you remember that song at the end? The Dynamite song?
I'm spoiled
No.
up.
It's not a spoiler, but there's a song about Jesse being dynamite at the end. And I was annoyed that I didn't play through this game before doing our favorite tracks of the year, because
Yeah.
it's like this fun 80s throwback.
Would
that's
that
very fun.
have been a favorite track, or would it just?
I would have brought it up. I thought it was very fun.
Because that was the thing about like the track that I brought up from Control is like I didn't like think it was a good song really. I just thought it was like novel in the context of the game.
Right,
You know?
that's Trey May's song.
Punch.
Someone's asking what platform we're playing on. The Epic Game Store, the only way to go. Also,
Don't say that.
oh, sorry. In that case, yeah, we're just playing
People
on
are
the
gonna
Epic Game
think they're
Store,
serious.
which is the only place it's available on PC right now, I do believe. I wonder if you can get it directly from anywhere else, but
The Remedy store.
Who's in here?
if there's a frame rate issue, it is definitely with our stream and not the game.
Yeah.
Apologize for that. That's the fun aspect of, for whatever reason, this game chugging like a mother.
Chugging like a mother.
It totally is. God, that's fascinating, because I don't know why it'd be running like that.
It'd have to be an internet issue then.
It's not.
Okay.
Yeah, the frame rate is bad. Kyle, go into the settings. Let's
Okay.
just mess with this. Let's break it. Go
Break
to
it.
display.
Display. We got it at. Oh, it's not at 7. Oh, it is.
It is locked. It's
Okay.
at 720. Let's just go nuts and just try lowering some of those settings a little bit. Let's go to medium. That'll be fine,
Okay.
right?
Still looks good to me.
Somebody says, without a guy just hanging in the other room.
He's just hanging.
Just hanging. Yeah, there is a lot of hanging in rooms.
Yeah,
Even like
just
throughout the entire game.
weird
It's like you enter a
floating.
room, it's like you just get used to that at a certain point.
It's just spooky.
It's straight up spooky. I mean, that's very Inside. That's like directly from
Yeah,
Inside, having those
that's-
hanging things. And like the
Wait a
time that
second.
this
Do
game...
I just like Inside so much, and that's why I like Control?
I think that's what's going on here, man.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Again, yeah, it's going to be a little bit choppy with the frame rate. You know what, at this point, F it, we can't fix it. We'll work on it after the stream. But it's working fine.
Hopefully the archive looks good.
On our end,
You
and I
can
know the
still-
picture-in-picture is still good. It's not the internet, because you notice that we're not choppy. So it's just an annoying thing about how the video signal's being brought in, yada, yada, yada.
I thought we had to open this up to let people out, but maybe I'm
I think that's later.
That's later? Okay.
You have to be in the part of the game where people are there.
Where people are...
Are arbitrarily in that part of the... Stuck in there.
See, that's another thing I like. I love the big, bold, like, you know, bass thump as the font, like, comes on screen to show you where you are. It just looks cool.
You like words?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Like, I really do... Like, that's sort of a trend I'm seeing a lot of, like, you know, games and television and stuff. Like, it's just, like, big font on the screen. This is where you are.
What if it was in Comic Sans, though? Would that be way better?
Unquestionably. Hey, Kyle, do you want to pause it? And let's just appreciate everybody watching this right now.
Yeah, thank
I
you,
really
guys.
appreciate everybody. I'm going to do something that I would call radical.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to
You do
try unplugging something and literally plugging it back in.
Okay.
All right.
That's
the
never
entire-
fixed anything in
Hold
computer
on to your
tech.
butts.
Is this just leave it pause for a moment and keep talking while you unplug and plug back in? I wonder what he's going to unplug. I wonder if it's something important. Might be like, I don't know. So are you excited?
Cable.
Are you going to go home and play this tonight, Jeff? I'm going to play a little bit?
Yes, I definitely have to play this, and Hanson's making me play Baba Is You before our big meeting tomorrow.
Baba's big meeting.
Yep.
I've been playing Outer Wilds. I've been putting some time into that.
I played a little of that too.
Yeah, I probably have like 5-6 hours, maybe something like that. I put a
Okay.
decent amount of time
Yeah, I
into
played
it.
about an hour of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if is there anything. You're working on Disco Elysium.
Yeah,
right?
I think I might be able to finish it tonight, but no promises.
Don't be a hero, man. Don't kill yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like
I have to solve that case.
you gotta read it. You gotta read through it. I don't know if there's any other big blind spots for me that I wanted to tackle. Outer Wilds was the big one for me that, or even a friend of the show, Jacob, was messaging me. He's like, make sure you play that. I really like that game a lot. And I was like, all right. For you, I will. And for me, because it's supposed to be good.
You're not gonna talk about it. It's just between you and him. I
Just-
played it.
I'll DM him
You'll
my
say I
thoughts.
played it, and that'll be the only thing you say.
Yeah, exactly. How we doing, Hanson?
Confused.
Confused. And not just because this
No,
is
it's
a weird
Control.
game.
Oh, it's control. I see. I see how it goes now.
Now I know, Jeff, I said that you want to move around, but it seems like I'm taking a lot of cover now. I don't have all my cool dash abilities yet, so
Yeah, so for the first 3 hours, definitely expect the combat to be normal.
And what's the reason that you're kind of like shooting all around the person but not actually
I'm
hitting
just trying to
them?
get a
Is that-
headshot.
It's a pretty technical.
Warning shots. It's like, hey, I'm gonna shoot you if you don't stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then not giving them enough time to actually do anything about that.
That makes perfect sense.
that's a little collectible that you can use to upgrade yourself.
What are those blue spots on the ground?
That's
Those are
health.
health.
Yeah. So that's why, like,
But you just have full health because you're the best player ever.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
But that's what I was saying. Like, it's the way it works is like if you're in the middle of a crazy gunfight, you can't just stay in one spot because if you killed a guy over there, you got to run over and grab that health. You know, so it's
Yeah,
it's
there's a couple
good.
spots where that gets tricky, especially bosses when aren't any enemies around and you're low on health and you're kind of like, well, either I kill this guy enough to where he's like basically shoots out a bunch of them before moving on to his next phase or something, or I die. Like those are really your two options then. But for the most part, you are encouraged to just basically teleport around the room basically and try to kill everybody as soon as
People
possible.
are wondering if you guys have thoughts on Sekiro winning Game of the Year at the Game Awards. In the meanwhile, I'm going to run to the bathroom and scream.
Okay. I think it's deserved. I think
Yeah.
it was surprising. Like, it's not what I expected to win Game of the Year.
Yeah, I definitely was not expecting it at all.
But I like that game.
That game is very good.
Yeah, that's interesting.
What was I thought RE2 had a good shot. I
Yeah.
thought Control had all the games that were. I'm looking for the room. Here we go.
It seemed like
were
Outer
nominated.
Wilds or Outer Worlds.
Worlds, yeah.
Can't tell
It's a
you
front
how
runner.
happy I
Yeah,
am to talk to
but then
someone
the vote must have got split because people couldn't remember the name. They were like Outer
Yeah, that's
Wilds,
right.
Outer Worlds. So
I think Outer Wilds got
Should I lie?
Polygon's Game of the Year, didn't
Just
it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just visiting. I should have
So they
lied.
figured it out.
spoiler, Kyle.
Is that a
What
spoiler?
if people didn't want to know that?
It's been a couple days now, I think.
What's spoiled for what though? Like what moment are you
People
waiting
wanna
for?
know.
Yeah, it's not like the end of some
No.
crazy trailer or something.
We just want to give Kyle crap for spoilers because he feels
Yeah,
guilty about
I
it.
do feel guilty
Director.
about it. But yeah, Sekiro winning was cool.
Okay.
I liked Sekiro. It was fun even going back to it the other day, and I was kind of like, maybe do I want to replay this?
Sekiro?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't do
New Game Plus.
Played quite a bit of it, trying to get the other ending, the bad ending, because there's different bosses in that run.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
There's two different There's two bosses that are different if you go the I'm a coward route, basically.
I'm a coward route. Yeah, see, I never did that because I'm not a coward.
It seems to have spread everywhere.
Wow,
and
shots
everyone
fired.
Not protected by an HRA. And
I started Sekiro.
extraordinarily,
Oh, you did?
Yep.
How far did you get?
you
About
are
as far as we got
director
in the
and
stream.
that makes
So
you special by
That's pretty
definition.
far.
didn't tell me anything new.
No longer.
Yeah.
Really.
You got to the flashback?
Did you
Yeah.
get the bell? And,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm
okay.
in,
That's
I'm
a good bit
in
of
the
progress.
flashback part. So
I think like once you get sort of the line that people
Trenches
struggle with is there is a
Shot.
bull boss, and that's a hurdle for some people.
Yeah, they made that was like the one thing they
The old
patched, I think,
bulbous?
that to make
Yeah.
that boss specifically easier.
So
the,
once
the
once
bulbous bull boss
yeah,
is what you're saying.
so
Also,
just so you know, it got patched, I believe, but so maybe it's a little easier,
he keeps
but
appearing to me.
push
but
your
when
way
I'm
through
playing
the-
it, I may say
Saying
that's some
things.
bull.
yeah, push your way through that, and then
Okay.
and
hard to
the
make
game.
out,
Then
but
you'll
he told me to
be a
cleanse the
Sekiro fan.
control
There you
point.
go. I'm already
Push the
liking it.
haze out.
It's the game that I want to play now, but
Gotcha.
I got to play this instead.
Yeah. Have you gone back to
Boo.
Death Stranding at all? Do you think you will?
No,
No?
Before you
I mean,
became the
I'm.
director?
I do want to get back to it. I'm not going to get back to it before,
Yeah.
tomorrow.
A
I'm
janitor.
curious to see where that lands, if that lands on our list at all tomorrow. I think I'm
Death
a
Stranding?
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
fan.
I like it, yeah.
I'll see how much
it's-
if I
it's
feel compelled
in a-
to really fight for
Yeah,
it.
it's a,
but
in
I
a
do
weird
like
position
it.
where it's like I would like to see it on our list, but like it's probably not going to be the top for me personally.
Yeah,
So it's like
not
if it doesn't
top.
make it and people will have strong arguments against it, I don't.
But there's
I
something
do want
I
to fight
need
for it. I just don't know how much I'll.
Yeah, how much do we want to
Yeah.
fight for it? Yeah.
Guys, are we actually streaming, or did Hanson just leave the room with us?
Throwing up
That'd
in
be
the
very
bag.
funny.
by the hiss.
People are still commenting. Yeah, what's going on? Let's see. Is it?
I can do that. If you're gonna play, I can hop in Hanson's seat.
Yeah,
real
you wanna
quick and
jump
take
over
over
here?
chat.
I like her already.
Oh, Jedi Fallen Order, too late to be considered. Oh, are you guys talking about Game Awards? I don't think it was too late. I think it's just people weren't excited about it. Oh, Hanson's back. Just so he could read comments and whatnot. How'd your screaming session go in the bathroom?
That's fine.
Hanson says it
I'm
was
speaking
fine.
for you, of
He got
course.
it out. He feels better.
We can try it together.
Just a little shout.
Okay. You with me?
Hanson with the kidney
Did it
stones.
before.
Got it, thank you.
Push.
Never had that. Seems fun.
You had a gallbladder situation or something, didn't you?
Well, yeah, they cut open my stomach to look for the gallbladder, but then they just pulled out a kidney stone, actually.
Oh.
So it was kind of like a Princess and the Pea situation. Princess got a pea situation.
There we go.
This is what I did not do all the collectibles and stuff in this game, but something
His favorite game of the year, no, I'm just
I got stuff I gotta play.
Okay, Kyle, without spoiling anything, you didn't do all the collectibles. Do you feel like by the end of this game you understood what was happening?
No.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it didn't really detract my overall appreciation for the game ultimately. I mean, I know you said story. I guess you were really interested in that
Is
element
she
of it.
sucking the life out of
I feel
that
like I
lady?
have a fairly decent outline for like what the game's trying to tell you, like pretty directly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a part of me that's like, I have to. Is this it?
The
Or
main,
is,
yeah.
is there just a lot of stuff that I missed, or
Yes.
is it really as simple as I think it is?
I mean, the
think
main
that might
thing
be
is
it.
a personal relationship to Jesse is the major crux. That part of it I understand, but the sort
We need
of
to make
what
a
the
plan,
oldest house
Jesse.
is exactly and what the FBC does, like that stuff.
That's the thing is I don't think I don't want to. I don't think it dives
was
in
worth
as
a
deeply
shot.
into that stuff as
Thank
I
you.
think I was expecting it to.
Someone, Flaming Queso, championed the people, said, "Did you post that
I'm gonna
Patreon
tell
post
her
while in the
I'm here.
bathroom, Hanson?" Apparently, a Patreon post went
I'll
up looking
risk
for MinnMax
Listen.
show questions for this week's podcast. No, that was timed, I promise. But that is
Right.
funny.
Sure.
Suriel has called me out on that before, where I've messaged something in Slack while in the bathroom. He's like, "I know you. I know your pee hands."
I don't want to touch this post.
Dirty pea hands.
I'm not gonna put any emojis on this.
Not gonna react to it at all.
Maybe
Do you
that's
think
too
it'd be a
much
funny parody to make for this
Can't
year?
tell her
Make
about
like a
Dylan and the rest yet.
renovation
I've
show
seen
and call it
mentions
This
of
Oldest
an altered
House?
world event case
Would that be funny?
with Ordinary.
Yeah, that'd
feel
be
like
worth all
we're
the
gonna
effort.
do that?
Would need to be-
Yeah, when
Yeah, do
we
you wanna-
release our MinnMax April issue where we make fun of a bunch of stuff, yeah, we can do. That'll be one of the jokes.
Suriel, you can shoot and produce that video, right?
Yeah.
And edit it.
And edit it?
And make it
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and make sure it's really super funny and stuff.
My boss,
Yeah,
Counselor
absolutely.
Darwin, would know.
Signed up.
Adobe Premiere. That's me, baby.
I did consider. I thought it might be
I'm La Premiere.
a weird editing. I don't know if it would be like a YouTube video or what, but I thought it'd be funny to take these conversations here. And the way it works is it zooms in on Jessie's face when she's having her internal monologue.
Right.
And I thought it'd be funny to just edit it in such a way where it removes her dialogue. So it's just these like gigantic gaps in the middle of the
What
conversation.
is it, a Kingdom Hearts 3 cutscene?
Yes,
Said I
exactly.
should find it.
Like Garfield,
It's just from her
Garfield.
perspective where she's constantly like kind of thinking
yeah.
for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like, all right, it takes her about 4 seconds to answer anything I tell her.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jacob Geller says authority on the oldest house here. It's very funny. Great.
There you go. Great.
Love it.
Jacob, I'm playing Outer Wilds for you. We just discussed that specifically for you.
Were you summoned here because Kyle kept dropping your name? I know a
Friend of
certain
the show.
someone named Jacob Geller,
I
YouTube
know, yeah.
superstar.
If you say it 3 times,
I think once you get to
Beetlejuice
100K,
situation.
you get the audio notifications for when people say your name.
How many people have cosplayed with the I forget the acronym, but the
HRA.
yeah.
Is it HRA?
HRA. I think it's HRA.
She just
She
said
just said
HRA.
it.
Earlier.
There we go. Do you think a lot of people have done that so far with the little device?
They're getting there. They're busy.
This is definitely a game where I enjoyed going through it, and the world. But then every time that I would be like, oh, let me go out of my way to actually go through some of these files that I found and stuff like that. Like it just that's the highlight of the game in a lot of ways for me. It's just like little
yeah.
stories that they pack in there, just like
Yes.
details on this
Yeah,
world.
to me more so than the actual like story, because it feels like the story they tell feels like a very traditional story told in like with in a very flashy, very kind of like mysterious way. But like the stuff around it, the kind of the backstory, I think is more interesting than the
No matter what
Four-story?
the four-story. Is of this 4-story building, right? Is better than like the actual thing that they're kind of pushing you in.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
the main story.
Robotech has
What scares
a
me
question that
shitless
I
is
also
that I
thought about
finally
constantly
found
while
it.
playing this game, which is what would Kojima think while
Only to
playing
see
this
the
game?
hiss.
Because there is stuff
Destroy
later
it.
on that reminds me a little bit of like Metal Gear Solid 2. And there's so many environments where it's like, I know that Kojima visited Remedy, and I know he had a big long chat with Sam Lake. Like I talked to Sam Lake about it on the Game Informer Show podcast during E3.
Isn't Sam Lake's in Death Stranding, right?
He is? Oh, I didn't know that.
I could be wrong. I mean, you can almost guess that any sort of like gaming celebrity is in Death Stranding, but I think Lake said he was.
Is that right?
I could be wrong about that.
Anyways, but I always wondered, like, what parts of the game did they show Kojima? Like, could they show him the ashtray maze? Like, what would make Kojima flip a cookie?
Flip a cookie. Good
Hey,
question.
guys.
Flip a cookie.
Flip a cookie.
Hey, speaking of flip a cookie, I need some help.
Okay.
Okay.
And then it's impossible to Google, and so I need the hive mind of the internet
How
to
to
help me with
flip
this.
cookie?
How do I flip my own cookie? No, I want to know. Kyle, could you pause it, please? There's this song. I would call it. It's been killing me because I don't know the name of this song. It's from the last couple years, and it's like a subdued hip hop is how I would describe it, like a chill hip hop. Like
To study to?
it's a hip hop song where it's not fast. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so the chorus or like the main refrain goes like this. It's gonna sound stupid doing it, but if there are words on this, it would make sense. Okay. Na, 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 na. That's it. It's just in terms of songs that like
Is that like a Halo song?
it's basically like a Jaws level complexity, but it's such a simple thing to get stuck in your head. And I just heard it at a basketball game again, and it was driving me insane.
Oh, Shazam your voice, says Mark, which I've tried to do before.
Is that right?
And it's not gone well.
I have seen
oh,
it
I can
work
play now?
before.
You can play now. Please let me know what song that is, everybody, because, or I could just wait for YouTube to flag
Wow.
it.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
that's a big ask, Hanson.
Please.
It would be hilarious if YouTube was like, don't
Come
be
on.
singing these songs.
Don't try and figure out what that song is, dude. Gangster's Paradise, Halo theme. No, you idiots! Come on!
It's new, right?
They say that does sound stupid. Amy, help me for the love of Christ, Amy. What is that song? Subdued hip hop.
I mean, there's that new Kanye West song, right? That's like, da-na-na.
Nope. Too fast. Nope.
That has the car door. Like, that song sounds like someone left a car door on in the studio or something. Or
So-
a car door open.
What makes it hip hop if there's no words to it?
Maybe like outside of the chorus.
I'm gonna put you again.
I don't know what other
Drums?
genre you'd call it.
I don't know.
But also, people tuning in here, we're having some streaming issues, so you can see we're moving fine. The game is chugging a little bit, not on our monitor, but only as it's imported into OBS. So I need to troubleshoot that after the fact. So the game is not running at a crappy frame rate. We're playing on PC, and somehow it's acting like crap. This is America. No, it's not. This is America. It's not the Halo theme. Dang it. I was really hoping people would be like, oh, of course, that's a very popular song.
It's at a basketball game.
What game was it? Yeah. Or was it like, was it their theme or something?
Google basketball hip-hop songs. I don't know.
You know what? It was the Golden Gophers. It was the Ska Yuma theme for the Golden Gophers. I'm sorry, I got it mistaken.
I'm trying to get headshots here. It's really
Is there rapping or slow talking? I guess kind of slow talking. I think it's something like calling and then it picks up a little bit from there.
Wow.
Someone says it's the Roots. I don't know if it's the Roots. Please.
Did the Roots release a new album?
Waiting game from Banks.
All right, let's try that.
Main issues.
It's coming down to this. Who left you that comment? If they figure
Is
this
Control
out.
GOTY? Well, we're about to find out.
Pause it.
Okay, hang on.
We're
This is for sure going to get us nuked on
we're
YouTube,
gonna-
but you know what? It's been that kind of day.
We gotta know.
I mean, they already nuked us, so.
Maybe Lorne Acid Rain. You know what? This frame rate ain't going to chug. It's Mo Bamba? Oh, wait. I thought that was just a joke. I didn't know that was an actual thing. Mo Bamba.
I'm going to play till you're ready to play some music.
Yeah, play some of these.
Wait a minute.
Do we got it?
We got it, but the lyrics might not be appropriate.
Pause it. We don't care.
Okay, hang on. Let's find a cool version of this.
Till he's ready.
I bleeped
Sent
out all
a
the
tweet
curse
saying, we're about
words.
to break copyright. Join us for this stream.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Is this it?
It is. Listen to this.
You nailed it, man.
Wow. That is impressive.
Thank you so much.
Who left a comment?
The MinnMax community is better than Shazam.
If you guys ever have something stuck in your head, you're welcome to kick up a live stream in the MinnMax studio at any point and try and figure out. That is Sheck West's Mo Bamba.
Song of the year?
Song of the year. That is the ultimate great GOTY hunt. When Hanson started singing the lyrics, he did it to the tune of Send in the Clown. There's a lot of crossover between Mo Bamba and Send in the Clowns.
Yeah.
Hang on. I look, because people were saying it, I'm like, are they making a Mambo number 5 joke? Like, I don't know what
Mo
that
Bamba. Give me Mo Bamba.
Mo problems. Okay, let me write this name down. Mo Bamba. Thank you,
Are you
everybody.
synchronizing your watch
That's
with
yes,
this game, Kyle?
synchronizing my watch. Well, since we started late now, I gotta figure out
You got
child
it, baby.
pickup stuff. Let's see.
Can't your kid drive at this point?
You'd think, man. You'd think. All right,
I
so
heard
I gotta
that
go.
when they're their age, they can drive themselves, but
That's
only
right.
for 4 hours at a time.
Right.
I think that this kills me if I try to go down here, right? Yeah, we don't want to do that.
God damn it, Nathaniel. He says, holy crap, I wouldn't have guessed that Hanson was actually singing it well. I got the notes
I
right.
did not either. I did not think that either.
All right, we gotta find the communications
you did it.
department.
Kyle,
Yeah, let's see.
I'm not going to tip my hand fully on what I think about this game because I'm saving that for the MinnMax Show podcast this week where we're going to be arguing and ranking our Game of the Year list.
In a friendly way.
But I had a very tough time navigating this, and not in a fun,
Sure.
normal way.
Yeah, the map is not
The
great.
map is dog-ass.
Navigation
Wait for
would be
this
more
ASMR stuff,
would be
guys.
better and more interesting if you didn't have a map at all, because you would be more attuned to using the signs in the environment.
Right,
Yeah.
but even the
Which
size
I
of the
ended up
environment,
doing,
it
ultimately.
still was just a mess. Especially like in a year where Resident Evil 2 came out and it's one of the best maps of all time,
Yeah.
I would say in a video game. Like, to go to this, it's just like, I'm not talking about the length of the game, maybe that's a little bit tied into it, but I think it's a good length. But like, I just think this environment is too big for what it needs to be. Like, it's a cool environment, having it change all the time is great, but there's just like winding room after winding room, and there's a lot of nothing. Interesting environment, no doubt.
TV.
You
Yeah,
know what? That is
it would
this.
almost benefit from that, which is like, we probably would have complained about it on its own too, but like a Dead Space style, like just sometimes you can throw down a line, to just be
100%.
like, just let me know what direct, because you give me a place and I can look at the signs, but
Yes.
it ultimately didn't like diminish the total experience for me too much, you know, because I was just enjoying the combat so much. But that's definitely like a perfectly valid complaint, like 100%.
Yeah,
No
and
doubt.
like I understand some people wouldn't want that dead space line or like the objective
Yeah,
marker on
yeah.
the screen, but if they do a Game of the Year edition, which they're probably going to do at this point,
Yeah, we got
I would
DLC
just-
coming. Yeah.
I would just give us that option. Just give us the option. I know it's a tough thing to program and everything to have like the objective marker in there, show the correct hallway at all times.
Yeah.
But I think it would probably cut the length of this game down by 40%. But at the same time, like that's fun, right?
It's a good time.
That's fun. Is the GoFundMe still live? Scott Campbell, what a great question. It is.
There we go. Communications department.
Communications. We're on the
This
right
is the
track.
GoFundMe. This week we're going to be buying a bunch of toys and games for the hospital. I was just talking to the hospital this morning,
What are
actually.
you doing, Kyle?
Um,
Oh, that's
Helping
cool.
her out. Yeah, the
Isn't that
environment
cool?
very
I like
destructible.
You should have led with that, Kyle.
It'll heal. Don't worry about it.
How long does it stay? I was wondering.
Yeah, I bet if you leave the room and come back, it probably disappears.
Let's see.
But
Like, especially because you can use melee on the floor too, and it'll leave a mark, right?
yeah.
And so let's see.
Okay.
Because it seems like it stays for a while, maybe until there's a load, something like that. Because there's a lot of fun tech physicsy stuff
Let's see.
in this game.
So that's still there.
Yes, Paladin brings up
Yeah, that's
that
still
on the
there,
map, multiple floors are squashed on top of each other.
Yeah, and it's
And, like,
difficult to read.
I was in an elevator once, and I was looking at the map as it was happening, and it was like moving horizontally. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the hell is this? Just give me the standard level 1, level 2, level 3, like option to flip through. Oh God, very pent up about this game in that aspect.
That's what he went into the back end
That guy.
That's
What a
the game
jerk.
trying to direct you towards that, which is
Object
fun.
of power. Looks like the
Oh,
place
boy.
latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Do I get the dash here? No.
And Johnny Returns says, God forbid you have to use your head to figure out where to go. I totally get that. I understand those players want that. I'm not that type of player, and you can call me a fake-ass gamer boy. That's totally fine.
Well,
so just give the option in the
The
game.
thing is that like I said, it would be better if the game like pushed you to rely on the environmental storytelling and leaned
Yes.
more heavily into that. I think this is
Yes.
a bad middle ground, is what I
Right.
say. Like either do the Call of Duty thing or try to be more like naturalistic in how you guide players.
100%.
I think this is like a bad in between.
Suriel, you put it so well, and James Smith is putting it well as well by saying it's a very 3D game with a very non-3D map.
Yeah, and I think the fact that people want checkpoints, but that map is bad. I don't think there's any excuse for that.
Also, I like how the objects of power just happen to be objects that we're all nostalgic about. Like, it's weird how that lines up.
Phones and
Yeah. Flying projectors.
telekinesis.
There we go.
That's telekinesis, Kyle.
It's harder to hear.
Did you like that a lot back in the day?
Oh yeah.
That made me
Little peek out our heads.
hot tenacious D opinion. That film is no good. The Pick of
I've
Destiny,
never watched it.
but that might be their best album.
Oh yeah.
Like, that second album
Really?
is. It got torn down
You like
because of the
s-
film.
Man.
What?
I never saw the film,
Yeah.
and I remember when the second album came out, I was super psyched because I liked the first one so
Right.
much, and it just felt like
Oh really?
it sucked. Like all the magic
Wow.
was gone, and it felt just like, like the first idea that Jack Black had for a song, they turned into a song. As
That is
opposed to-
definitely the way that movie feels. Is like we got high and then we decided to actually film this unfunny scene.
There's a Paul F. Tompkins scene in there that's very funny though, right?
Yeah, yeah. I dare you to go back and listen to that album, Jeff.
Yeah.
I effing dare
I'll
you.
do it right
Oh,
after.
crap. He's actually
Mobama.
gonna do it, Suriel.
By the way, Conan's Jack Black interview is very good because
Yes.
have you listened to it?
Yep.
The thing I love about it is Conan is like, why do you talk the way you talk? And Jack Black is kind of put on the spot of like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, why do you choose to highlight certain sentences
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're trying to explain things? Yeah, I thought that's super funny.
It was also nice to hear Jack Black defend Red Dead Redemption 2 to Conan.
Yeah, not very well, but I hear you.
Best you could, given Conan's just not gonna try it, I guess.
Yeah, and then Jack Black was talking about this golf game, and I'm like, oh, he's talking about what the golf? And I was like, wait, no, he's not talking about what the golf because he's talking about all these microtransactions.
some
But it was like
free-to-play
WT Golf or something was the game he was
that's
obsessed
weird.
with. It's very
So,
frustrating.
Jeff, this is super fun, just picking stuff up and throwing it. The lock-on system is really friendly and is good at just like you can
Sometimes
just
though it can misdirect. Like it'll occasionally you're kind of trying to unstick it from one target and give it into another.
Yeah.
But
and
but, like-
sometimes Kyle's nice, but every once in a while, Kyle's kindness gets on your nerves. Does anybody else have anything else to
Yeah.
undercut
I
here?
just stare at you.
I just like you're trying to defend this game. It is absolutely a Game of the Year contender. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Serious question. Does Control have better force powers than Jedi does?
Yeah.
Fallen Jedi.
I think they're more fun. Yeah.
Yeah. They also have,
Interesting.
I mean, for better or worse, I think they fit better within video games where it's like
Uh-oh.
What'd you do, Kyle?
force power.
That's this force stop. Force crash.
Oh my god.
So if people are watching the stream, it's running perfectly fine for us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's still having a good time.
Oh, it stopped a little while ago on their computers.
But the thing about the force, like throwing objects, I just liked how you don't have to think about grabbing stuff much because you're just pulling debris off the walls.
It's just like if you press the button, something will come into your hand.
Yeah, and it's just it usually locks onto something, and you can just like hold down RB and just boom, 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 and like do some damage. You know what I mean? You don't have to like think too much about grabbing
All about that
specific
boom,
stuff.
boom.
That's right.
What's it doing?
We don't know.
Death Stranding.
Yeah, we're seeing Death Stranding on the desktop.
Yeah.
Surprise! We're playing Death Stranding now. Kyle's on his phone.
I know.
He's typing a message. It says, "I can't believe how unprofessional this is. I can't deal with these working conditions." Texting his agent, apparently.
Oh, I have an agent.
Huh?
We're booting it back up.
We're booting it back up, folks.
On PC.
We're trying. It crashed on PC. This is why people don't play PC games, Hanson.
Yeah. If this had been an
Hanson-
Xbox One X, it
Hanson
would've been
hates
fine.
that.
Yeah.
I think crashed on me once. I don't know.
Yeah, but you were playing it on console,
we are also
Suriel.
dealing with a number of other technical issues around this, so it's might just be the PC.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
No.
when I
Okay.
streamed
It
Control
was
a couple months
flawless.
ago with my Xbox One X, I had no problem.
Ooh, Kyle.
That was weird though. I don't think the game crashing is new. Oh, there it is. Hello.
People should see this.
Y'all seeing this?
Kyle, can you control it?
Let's see. I can. Should I go
Full screen?
borderless or full screen?
Borderless.
There we go.
No borders here. Imagine a world without borders.
I did have
The checkpointing is also sometimes like a
dog
little,
S.
Yeah.
Dog ass.
Yeah, but look at this. Look, I can do that. I can pick up this thing and throw it at that thing.
So, but can you pick up specific things?
You can.
Sort
Yeah,
of.
you
It'll
can.
be highlighted.
Yeah.
Usually there's an. I don't think the game
Like that,
maybe
so you
ever
have-
gives
Okay.
you
Yeah,
a reason to.
that's all I need.
Besides, like, fire extinguishers, which will explode. There's never like, oh, you can only kill the boss with this one type of thing.
Yeah.
Right. But I want to be able to pick up specific things.
I think you'll
Like
also
a toilet,
later. Yeah.
and then I can carry around the toilet
Oh, yeah.
and
So
do
you can say
whatever I
people
want with the
Tell people
toilet.
you've killed people with the toilet.
yeah.
I think you
seem
can
to be
upgrade it
into
to
this
lift
toilet
heavier
idea.
objects too later on,
Yeah.
right?
And you can also eventually can make a shield. Why don't you have a little bit of that? And one of those.
Someone's asking for our episode 9 predictions. We talk about that on this week's MinnMax, which is Q&A for $20 supporters of our Patreon, patreon.com/MinnMax2Ns. And then we released the audio for $5 supporters, so you can listen to us talk all about our big predictions before the premiere, by the way. Because I saw the premiere and some reactions to it. I'm like, all right, I think my predictions were on the money.
Oh, so you've seen it.
That's right. Also, thanks for all the kind words about the Star Wars commentary tracks that we released. If you're a $5 supporter, you get access to the podcast feed. And in that podcast feed, the exclusive audio feed, we released full audio tracks for full commentary tracks for Force Awakens and Last Jedi, and it was super fun. Leo Vader said some kind words about that the other day.
Oh,
I was very
Leo.
touched. Yeah,
He's always nice, though. He's not going to tell you that you did something stupid.
that's
Yeah.
true.
And he doesn't. I mean,
He's a dirty liar, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Star
Yeah.
Wars is his family legacy, also. You know.
Oh,
Vader
that's
and all.
true.
That is true.
You'll never be Darth Vader.
I want that. I want one of those.
How satisfying is it when you hit someone with an object as it's flying towards you?
Super satisfying.
Yeah, I think this also is a contender for favorite thing of the year is just telekinesis and control, because it's very good. One of the best. I wish I think I was expecting more powers by the end. It's like, oh, it kind of wrapped
Yeah.
up and it's just
Oh,
kind
sure.
of like a basic.
Around the
You kinda
third or
upgrade
halfway
them.
point, I feel like you have a pretty good like arsenal already, and then I don't think the game like it doesn't necessarily like it doesn't build on the individual powers. Like you can upgrade telekinesis to like lift heavier objects, but the game is never like, here's the upgraded version that you need to get past this obstacle. Right?
They have plenty of room for a sequel.
That guy's having a
You know.
bad day.
I just made it worse.
No kidding. Also, this like making the little checkpoint so satisfying in a room that's like fully corrupted by the hiss, and she slams her hand down and it's like boosh, and just like turns the room
it's
back
a really
to
cool
normal.
effect, yeah.
It's very good.
Remember this, Jeffem?
Oh,
Wait,
Whoa, there's one surviving.
That's
Pistachio.
spooky. Now I don't have any options. I have to get the pretzels now.
It was pistachios.
Dang this house.
dang it, this little house. So to outline our plans a little bit, this week on the MinnMax Show podcast, which will be airing on Thursday, Wednesday, if you are a $5 supporter and have access to that exclusive audio feed, we're going to be having our full Game of the Year debates, where we're going to be not only determining our Game of the Year, but also ranking a certain number of game contenders as well. How contentious / long do you think that discussion will be?
We
Depends
should
on what
start
you guys
early
go with.
tomorrow.
It's going to be long. I'm optimistic, and I'm going to say I don't think it's going to be that contentious.
I'm also feeling the same way.
Based on how our award categories went,
Which was last
I
week's
think
episode,
it was
yeah.
respectful, and everyone gets a chance to talk about everything that we're going through. So
Right.
everyone gets to say their piece.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to
Do
take
you
too
really-
long.
I wasn't supposed to go in there.
Did you intentionally do that?
Well, I was like, do I need to run through here quickly? And then there was something to pick up, and I was like, oh, maybe I can get that.
And
I
it was
like,
only
nope,
at
I
the last
cannot.
tick where you died that you were like, oh, you know what?
Maybe not. What time is it?
William Garcia says, do you guys have all your award categories set? Yeah, the awards were just last week. So we're not doing like console-specific awards or genre awards. It was just last week's awards, and then this week it's just going to be
Just a
ranking
single list of
the
games.
objective list of
That's right.
games. Yes, the official.
The one and only true ranking of 2019's
That's
best
right.
games.
Fleming Queso says, what are your plans to have the MinnMax community fix your lists? How will that work? We'll explain it on this week's episode of the MinnMax Show podcast.
Yeah, but watch the podcast sooner rather than later if you're interested in that.
Right,
I think
because we should say
You should kind of have seen the first part of this list being made to fix it.
yes, and we can do that most likely on Saturday.
Yeah.
So, you know.
It's going to be a tight turnaround, so
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Where'd he go?
He crashed. His game crashed.
Oh, Crash Bandicoot.
I was playing on PC.
I was also streaming.
And I did have probably 3 to 4 crashes throughout the experience. It ran pretty well outside of that. Like, I know the frame rate sucks for watching the stream right now. For us, it's fine, so I'm sorry for that hassle.
Ah, crap. Get out of the way. I got stuck on a little wire there.
But one of them was at the very end of the game when there was a very long checkpoint gap, and
Ooh.
I wanted to throw my entire PC out of a window.
Did you?
I
don't
did
do
that.
it. The community bought this PC.
Well, it was my PC.
Oh, okay.
Not
Well, then
the,
throw that
not
out.
the MinnMax
Get rid
PC.
of that one.
Throw that
very
crap
different
out.
one.
But if you
This
threw
is a
that
very
out,
good
you would have
loading
started
screen, by the
using
way.
the community PC
good
more for
loading
your own
screen.
purposes. Which I
Right.
just think that leads to a slippery
Yeah.
slope. My point is, despite how much you wanted to, please don't throw your computer out the window.
Okay. Yeah.
You know?
That's helpful.
Okay, I'm pretty confident about our glory list now. If I'm that persuasive.
Can you shoot the people hovering?
Yeah, you can, but it kills them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh
like-
my God!
What are you doing, Kyle?
Hell's
Hanson
wrong with
down.
you?
You really only
You're
had to
monster.
demonstrate once, Kyle.
Oh.
Those people.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I wish that the America Overnight stuff you could take with you instead of having to sit there right next to the recording
Oh, yeah.
and sit there for a little
Yeah.
while.
Yeah,
dumb.
for sure. Also, I think I'll say you guys blew it because I hadn't made it far enough to have an impact. But when we talked about characters of the year, I think Darling should have been in that discussion.
Didn't we bring him up?
I don't think,
I think
so.
I mean,
you might have mentioned him.
I thought about him.
Okay.
I like Darling. He's cool.
He's cool.
He's cool. He's Alan Wake, so, you know.
I had no
feel about
idea.
him.
Yeah, I remember he was somebody from the past, but I had to look it up last night. Like, who is this guy?
I missed that
are
dash
you?
so much.
Yeah, Kyle, you're supposed to be the nice one, and you're just shooting bodies that are hovering above
Look,
you.
you guys told me to do it. I was being nice to
we
you
did-
guys.
Right.
We asked if
No,
it
it's
was
fine.
possible.
You can demonstrate once, but then you kept doing it. Like you found some sadistic joy in it. Like what do you?
It was a good
That
time.
was really weird, Suriel. You're right. I'm sitting next to him, and the look
I'm
on
having
his
doubts
face.
about this, Kyle. Who are you?
I don't know if the mic picked it up, but he was kind of going.
He was breathing.
I
heavily.
love it.
He kept saying, "I love it." Yeah.
for Game of the Year.
Suriel, did you have a good time streaming the Game Awards last week?
Yeah, that was fun. There was one pretty big reveal, and then like the others were kind of like a little bit underwhelming, I think, compared to previous Game Awards.
I think compared to previous, yeah. But you factor in that, Jeff Keighley got the reveal of the next Xbox. Like, that's insane.
Yeah. I think it also speaks to how forthcoming Microsoft is being about
He's fine.
being like the fact that they're showing this much this early, I think is kind of in line with their like, hey, let's be friendly, let's just be really forthcoming about like certain part. Obviously they're not going to tell you everything, but they seem to be a little bit more like, okay, we know we're on the back foot here, let's try to like get up front and get people into this as soon as possible.
Yeah. Michael,
As soon as possible, which is like, what, 9 months after Sony announced the PS5?
Right.
Well, like the fact that they're showing it off, I think.
I mean, they technically beat him to it by talking about it at E3.
Scarlet, and say it's gonna be more powerful.
You guys like to call it Scarlet?
Teraflop, baby.
So should I go in there, Suriel, or was that a good
I think
idea?
it's fine. I think that's just like grape cotton candy.
Maybe if you run into the center as fast as you can.
All right, we gotta get through the communications department.
I dare
I got
you to
the
go to the
level.
communications department right now.
I got the level 1 thingamabob.
Security card.
Yeah.
Very Metal Gear.
Yeah, which is another thing I like.
I did too. I just wish it was smaller scoped.
Yeah.
So you could kind of feel that a little bit more. Michael Storminger says, once in a while, Kyle's mask slips and we see the truth. That's true. Mm-hmm. Wounds can't heal under a mask, Kyle. You really blew it.
Spoiled it
again.
I don't think so.
I think so. Yep. All right, hey guys, I gotta get rolling. Does someone want to take over control? Because I
I
assume
think
you
we're
guys
good. We
you're
can
gonna keep streaming.
I
right?
think we're good.
Okay.
We should point out, thanks to everybody for voting. $10 supporters on Patreon can choose what we actually play for the Great GOTY Hunt, which is our stream every Tuesday. We should point out as well, this is the final Great GOTY Hunt for 2019. We can kick it off again in 2020. I think it's January 7th is that Tuesday. And there will be MinnMax content going up over the holidays and kind of that break and stuff. But for the Great GOTY Hunt streams, it'll have to wait until there's some awesome things released on January 7th. And I'm excited to see, like, because we need to play something, and we're going to have $10 supporters vote on it. And so whatever those early games in 2020 are looking like on Steam, it might be a real freak show. But I like kicking off the Great GOTY Hunt with just the freaks on Steam, as they all say, right?
The Steam freaks.
That's right. Sorry again for the frame rate this time around. We have a lot of troubleshooting to do to try and figure out why that's happening and if it's just control or something else. But again, stay tuned for the MinnMax show, which is going to be the main podcast this week. Oh, big boss fight. And with that, we're going to be doing our full Game of the Year debates. And it should be a very fun time. We'll air it all, and then we'll have some fun bonus stuff as well going up this week. But I'm going to go shut things down if you guys want to, say your piece, Jeff.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. And we have 2 weeks in a row now an actual GOTY contender for the GOTY Hunt.
We're finally living up.
Oh gosh.
Oh God!
What are you doing?
This game was streaming. I didn't believe him.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks
See
for watching.
ya.